So, all right, what's up? Silver bracelets. I've told my friends this story every now and again because it comes up, but I don't tell it just to be telling it. I tell it when something comes up that's relatable. I tell the story about the silver bracelets because it's like two stories in one. It's my horror story, but it's connected to Jeff. All right, so here's how it goes. Here's how it goes. All right, here's how it goes. All right, so this is like my 10th year in high school, and by this time I'm already, really not going to school at all. I'm not going, and my routine is to wake up in the morning, smoke a L, and report to first period class. I go, whatever amount of classes I go to, and then right after attendance, I'm out. After homeroom, I jet. So this particular morning, I meet up with my boy Anthony Mullins. We both named Anthony. We knew each other from the neighborhood. He lived on Howie T's block, and that's how I met him, because Howie T was he was the local DJ. So when we got to know Howie, we got to know a lot of his friends, but me and Anthony became good friends. We actually hung out, and we went to the same high school together, which was Tilden. Typical morning, meet up with Ant in the morning. Yo, what up? Just go to gym. We sit around, talk shit, laugh, and crack jokes. Bullshit around. So this morning, same routine. So we sit down. The gym teacher was Mr. Goldberg. He was like, yo, you guys gonna change for gym? He's like, nah. So, all right, incomplete. They had these little cards, little attendance cards used to be in the thing back in the day. It was incomplete. He flips it over and puts that in. So we sat there with him laughing and joking for a while. And then it was time to go to the next class. So we leave class and we walk into the hallway, and we notice that there's a huge crowd in front of the principal's office. So we go to see what's going on. We looking, and I see that the principal and the police are talking to this kid. They tell the kid, they talking to the kid. Got distracted by this fucking car. They talking to the kid. The kid makes eye contact in our direction. He says something to the principal and the cop. They look in our direction. We looking at each other like, what are you looking at us? They head towards the crowd. They grab me and Anthony. Pull us in. Oh. Yo, he said y'all robbed him, lumped them up, whatever. I said, no. I said, nah. We didn't rob nobody. I said, what did we take? I said, silver bracelets. I said, no. Anthony, all right, I called the silver bracelets because Anthony kept saying, silver bracelets? I wouldn't rob this nigga for no punk ass silver bracelets. He kept saying that shit over and over, and that's why it sticks out to my mind as the silver bracelet story. Because he kept saying it over and over and over again. I ain't robbing for those silver bracelets. Some cheap ass silver bracelets, some fucked up silver bracelets, and he just went on and on. So we told him, yo, we couldn't have robbed it because we was in first period gym with Mr. Goldberg. And Anthony kept saying that over and over. How could we rob him when we were in gym? We never left gym. We were out there the whole time. We were sitting with the teacher. And the whole class saw us there. So we couldn't have robbed him. Yo, do they arrest us anyway? Yep. Put us in handcuffs. Walked us down the hallway of shame. Everybody looking at us. And put us in the police car and took us down to the precinct. So this nigga here. So Anthony convinced the police officer to let him talk to the guy. Anthony is having a conversation with the guy. I see him watching him. He's pleading. He's talking to the guy. Like he's doing all the hand motions. Like the guy, the police officer lets him go. He lets him go. And Aunt was like, yo, tell him, Tom. I said, I've been telling you, we got the same story. Why am I still here? He said, no, you got to stay. Oh, my God. So I had to stay. They called my mom. She comes to the precinct. They tell her whatever. I tell her, nah, that's not what happened, Ma. I didn't rob him. I didn't do nothing. I was in first period gym the whole time. I don't know why they holding me. She goes back and talks to the cop. They both come back and said, listen, I understand what's going on. I know what's happening, but I got to hold you for a little while. But we're going to let you go. So that was a sign of relief. But still, I sat in that fucking precinct from 8 or 9 in the morning all the way till 3 o'clock, 3:34, before they let me out. And at least he had the decency to drive me back home, left me in front of the school, said something to me, and then I left. I was pissed. Explaining to my mom, said, yo, I didn't do anything, Mom. I didn't rob this dude. I did not. All right. So eventually, over time goes by. I get on. I'm leaving wherever I'm coming from, and I jump on the 35 bus, and I walk to the back of the bus, and I sit down. And when I sit down and I look up, who's sitting across from me? The motherfucking guy that fucking ratted on me about something I didn't even do. So I'm looking at him like, yo. So, yo, you remember me, yo? When we was in school, you told the fucking cops I stole your bracelets? Now, at that moment, he happened to be with somebody that I know. A mutual friend that apparently we both knew. So I didn't know him. Didn't even know his name. He's like a guy. He's a guy I see around the neighborhood. But he was cool with this chick named Pam. She was this big, heavy-set, butch type lesbian. Back then we didn't call them lesbian. We called them butches. So I'm gonna keep it 100 old school. She was this big ass fucking butch. And the type of butch that, she fight niggas. So I was like, all right, well, I'm definitely not gonna fight her on the back of a crowded bus. And my issue ain't with her. But that's her man's. That's her man's in hand. So she convinces me not to fuck him up. And on the strength of knowing me and knowing my sister, who also has a bit of a rep, Ebony ran with the 5% Nation. And believe me, one phone call, Eb could have a dozen niggas around. So on the strength of all that, I let it slide. Alright, so I let it slide. Fuck it. Now it's sometime later again. So sometime later, me and Jeff are hanging out. Not even later that day. This could have been anywhere from a year later, 2 years later. I don't know. I don't remember. But one day, me and Jeff were going to hang out uptown, and we transferred at Atlantic Avenue for the 4 train uptown. And we laughing, we smoking the L, we drinking 40s on the platform. We said, yo, let's go to the back. We always rode the back of the train. So we go to the back of the train. And we get to the last staircase. We sit down. And a few feet in front of me, not like a few feet, but a little distance in front of me, there's the bench, the old wooden benches. And there's a dude sitting on the bench. Who is it? Yeah. I said, yo, he looks familiar. So I take a closer look. I say, yo, you know who that is, Jeff? He said, who? I said, that's the dude that told the cops I stole the silver bracelets and had me arrested, sitting in jail. He said, yo, I remember when you told me that story. Yep, this nigga said that I stole his silver bracelets, lumped them up, told the cops I did it, made them take me all the way downtown to the precinct, and when he got down there, still insisted I did it. But they eventually had proved that I didn't do it. Obviously, I told you I got out. But it was still like, yo, why you take me through all that? Why would you take me through that? You know damn well I didn't rob you. Oh, my God. Jeff said, that's that nigga? I said, that's that nigga. I said, so this is the part of the story where I say it's the silver bracelets and Jeff slapping the bones out of nigga. So we walk up to the nigga and he's sitting down And I look him right in his eye and I said, yo, do you remember me? Again, I asked him, do you remember me? Yo, this dude just looked at me. He did not even say a word. He didn't roll his eyes. He just sat in a chair like a frozen statue and just stared at me. He didn't answer any of my questions. He didn't move. He didn't run. He didn't do nothing. He stood there like a statue. I said, yeah, you remember me. You had me arrested for stealing some silver bracelets, and I beat you up. But you know I didn't do it. They let me go. You know, whatever was said that day. So at this point, I'm in a different headspace. I don't really want to do all that because me and him didn't have any conversation. We never had a beef or a fight other than this little issue that he did with me. I was ready just to say, yo, fuck you, nigga. You know, curse him out, whatever. Yo, the next thing I know, yo, Jeffrey slapped the shit out of this dude. And when I say slapped the shit out of him, yo, Jeffrey slapped the shit out of this nigga. And Jeffrey, now understand something. My boy Jeff is about 6'1", 6'2". So he got hands. Yo, that slap was so loud, so powerful, it echoed in the train station. And I was like, oh shit, yo. I was like, yo, alright, Jeff, that's enough. Chill, man. Chill. Don't do that. Chill. Fuck that. But yo, the weird thing is we standing there now for the minute that we standing there, right after the slap, we looking at this nigga. Yo. He didn't get up. He didn't flinch. He didn't yell for help. He didn't run. He just sat there looking at me. And then the tear just came down his eye. He just sat there with a tear in his eyes. And then we walked away back to the where we was at, laughing and bugging out. He still sat there. And when the train pulled in, me and Jeff got on the train. That nigga did not get on the train with us. He sat right there till we left. I was like, Jeffrey slapped the fucking bones out his face. Oh my God. And to this day, I'll never forget that story, man. Damn. Oh. Jeff, man, I love you. Rest in peace, nigga. You are the best. And don't get it twisted, man, but Jeffrey's my brother. Jeffrey's my homeboy. He's my friend, my partner in crime, my PNC. What's up, Jenny?
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, talking to Mike. Okay. Tell the story about how Jeff slapped the shit out this nigga. Slapped the fucking skin off his face. Mm-hmm. And yo, you when I upload it, you'll hear the story. Okay. And you're in it now because I'm talking to you because I didn't cut it off. So all this is in it. Oh my God. So where was I? So yeah, so that was it. You know, so Jeff's my friend. I wish he was still here with me. You know. And that's that, man. If I think I got a lot of stories about Jeff because he's hilarious. But I got to think carefully because I'm not trying to make Jeff out to be a bad dude. Jeff is a good guy. Jeff did that. I don't know why he did it. I don't remember why he did that. But I can only say that, Jeff, near the end of Jeff's life, when he got disabled, he got hurt, and he became a little disabled. He couldn't work anymore, and his legs was all fucked up because of the car accident. We said a lot of things to each other to reconfirm what we mean to each other, and I love him. I consider him one of my best friends, and the kind of person that makes all this tolerable when you're out here in this fucking crazy ass world dealing with these idiots. And it's hard to find friends like Jeff, you know. And when you do, you need to try to cherish the friendship, you know. You need to try to always make it work and be understanding as much as you can. But Jeff cared about me enough to say, "You got my boy arrested? Blah! Back this shit out of here." Oh my God, I never seen that guy again after that. Yeah, there's a lot of funny stories. I might even have a couple. Yeah, I got some good ones. Wait, I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna tell some. This was a good one. This is. I'm gonna tell another one where I was fucking. I always used to fuck with Jeff. This is why I tell you I love him so much, because instead of like, all right, let me just tell another one. I'll tell you that one later.